going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in. This is Degenerate, and I'm starting off the first actual. This is the first edition, second edition, I want to say, of Gambler's Corner, and I know you love that song. It's one of my favorite back in the day. Sorry to say, I was into the WWF just for a little bit, guys. But anyways, I thought that song was fitting, seeing that I'm gonna go over the Mayweather fight against Victor Ortiz coming up on this September 17th on this Saturday. So really quick, I'm just gonna go over some of the main reasons why I think Mayweather will win. First, let's go over the records. Obviously, Mayweather is undefeated, 41-0, 25 knockouts. Victor Ortiz comes in with 29 wins, 2 losses and 2 draws, and 22 knockouts. So he has a better ratio as far as knocking out people. The bad thing for him is that he's going against one of the best fighters of all time, and that's Floyd Mayweather Jr. Basically, I just want to go over a couple old fights also. I want to compare this fight that's coming up to the Trinidad versus Fernando Vargas fight. Mr. Ferocious, very similar to Mr. Ortiz, or aka Vicious, Victor Ortiz. So the reason why I compare it to that fight is because I think Ortiz is coming up way too fast for his age. It's great for exposure. Everybody knows his name now, right? So it did do the trick. Hopefully he gets a fight after he loses to like a Miguel Cotto or something like that. People still would want to see that fight, but definitely Mayweather is going to pick him apart. If we go back and we look, you look videos of Tito Trinidad against Fernando Vargas, and you'll see a very similar fight to what we're going to see this 17th of September. Why I say that is because, skill and speed will always beat, brute and somewhat a little bit of skill, which Ortiz does have. He's just a power puncher. He goes in there and tries to, knock you out. He doesn't really have any heart, which he showed against the Maidana fight, which, he pretty much gave up. He felt really tired, and we all felt something like that. Some of us get up and keep going, and some of us will just fold. Some of us just can't take it, and he's one of the ones that couldn't take it. And it's really sad because this is his game. This is supposed to be his passion. You go in there into the ring, and you're gonna go all out. I would have respected him more if he would have kept going. If he would have fell to the ring and not moved at all, I would have been like, okay, well, he did everything he could, but he didn't. And that's Victor Ortiz for you, and Mayweather, as much as I don't like him as a person, I think he displays a lot of the stuff that you really don't look up to. He is a great fighter, and the reason why is because he prepares well. That guy, he has will like no other. He won't go down. He's been tested before, but he just won't lose. And the reason why is because he trains like an animal, and he doesn't know any quit. He doesn't have quit in his vocabulary, and he also is a very smart guy when it comes to picking apart his opponent. Ortiz's game plan should be, come in the first 3 rounds, try to stun him, kind of like Mosley did or try to do, knock him down in the first couple rounds, get yourself those 2 rounds. Ortiz really needs to go in for the kill, though. He can't really, he can't really leave it up to the scorecards, because towards the end of the fight, Mayweather, he's going to take those rounds, and, maybe the first 7 will be up in the air, and everything else after that is just going to go straight to Mayweather, because he's just that good. And, so Ortiz's game plan should be definitely to go in, knock him out first 3 rounds, use all your energy for that. If you don't get the knockout, you lost, and just don't quit on the fans. Just give them a good show, and that's it. Let everybody get their money, and go on to the next fight, because we all know that everybody wants to see the Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight, and hopefully that happens soon, because it's just taking way too long. But anyways, so yeah, Mayweather should definitely get this. He's shown he could beat strong guys like Ortiz. In the past, he doesn't really fight anyone in his prime, which is the only thing hurting his legacy. He destroyed the other person that kind of reminds me of Ortiz is late great Arturo Gotti. He had muscle, he had a punch, but we all saw what happened there. He totally got destroyed by Mayweather, and I don't think he's gonna do exactly the same to Ortiz. Ortiz is pretty tough, but Ortiz doesn't really have a good defense. He doesn't keep his hands up enough, and Mayweather's still really fast. He's gonna get him a few times, cut him up in his eyes. Here and here, he's gonna start bleeding, get really hard to see out his eyes. But I still see that fight going the 12 rounds. I think Mayweather's gonna play it safe. Even in the first rounds, he might get clipped a couple times, and towards the middle rounds, he's just gonna step back. Everything that Ortiz is coming at him, he's just gonna step back. Frustrate young Ortiz, and maybe make him do something that he usually doesn't do, and maybe even knock him out towards the end of the fight. But just to be safe, I think Mayweather's gonna play with him, toy with him around the ring, let it go to the scorecards, and just take the win. And at the end, do his usual speech about how great he is. And we'll see what happens with Pacquiao versus Marquez fight. Hopefully, after that fight, we see this mega fight. But anyways, Ortiz. He doesn't have anything that Mayweather hasn't seen, unfortunately, and Mayweather will win. Take the straight up win. It's at minus 650 right now. But if you have a lot of money, go ahead and do it. It's not a big deal. You should get it back. But if you don't, play the over. Right now it's 11.5 rounds. So take the over. It is at minus 140 right now. Should maybe even go lower. It's minus 130 or minus 125. But take the over. Should be a decent fight, but Mayweather will win. Now I want to go over the Canelo fight, Canelo Alvarez versus Alfonso Gomez, the winner or the runner up on the Pretender show back way, who knows when, 5-7 years ago. But anyways, I like Alfonso's heart. He just doesn't have skills. He doesn't have the skill to back it up. And Canelo right now is on. If you've seen any of his fights, yeah, he hasn't fought anyone great. But he has power. He has so much power that it's pretty sad. You feel bad for the people he's beating up on, and you're gonna feel bad for Alfonso Gomez because he is gonna get beat up pretty bad. And Alfonso, we all love your raps. The media day raps, but you're probably not gonna want to say too much after this fight. It's gonna be a simple win for Canelo. I don't know what the odds are yet. I haven't seen them, but should be minus 800 or higher. Take Canelo, and then also take the under. If it's anything from 9, 8, 7 rounds, take the under on that. Should go under. Should be a knockout in 3 to 4 rounds. But yeah, those are my predictions. Tune in. Hopefully I'll have more videos for the next fights coming up, and hopefully you make some money. All right.